Bro, listen, man. I was thinking about it the other day, bro. I think Penacony's mid, bro. I think Penacony's mid, dude. I thought back on it, and I was like, dude, part 1 had infinite potential. Part 1 was peak. It set the stakes as something extremely high, right? Like, you met Firefly, she told you about her condition, right? It ended with a fucking crazy twist, like her dying, Robin dying. Like, it gave you a reason why you should care, right? And it made you worry, wait a second, are my friends also going to die? We had theories that Himiko was gonna die and people were believing that shit, okay? The stakes were so high, so you wanted to solve what was going on in Penacony for the sake of yourself and your friends. And then part 2 comes along, and ever since part 2 came out, every update went downhill to the point where it reached underground level, dude. It doesn't make sense how no one died, okay? It doesn't make sense how there were no consequences whatsoever. Dude, if you really think about it, what did we do in Penacony? The only consequence we had was that indirectly, we killed Gallagher. That's it. The only consequence is that we indirectly killed Gallagher. Like, what the fuck kind of bullshit is that? I killed Gallagher by solving Penacony. I don't want Gallagher to die. Fuck that, dude. Why did we even pass by this planet, man? No one could die in this planet of dreams. Like, what were the stakes? Misha was already dead before we arrived. The only cool thing about the story, or one of the only cool things, is the fact that Acheron had this awesome side story that carried over from Honkai Impact 3rd. That's why I think it had depth, okay? Ironically, the only reason Acheron's story had depth was because she came from Honkai Impact 3rd. Like, she carried. Aventurine was also cool, especially the scenes with Acheron, his chemistry with Dr. Ratio. But again, where was the consequence? Where was the meat of the story, bro? My biggest issue is actually with Sunday, and that's where it gets controversial, because there are such big, like, Sunday fangirls out there. And let me explain why that's a problem. Because, for example, in Genshin Impact, many people's least favorite story was Inazuma, because they thought that Raiden Shogun lacked depth. They had a lot of criticism on the story. I love Raiden Shogun. She's my favorite Archon, and her Japanese dub, I can listen to it for 6 hours. She can yap, and I'm just gonna sit there smiling with my eyes closed. So I didn't mind Inazuma. I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, I can still take in feedback and criticism though. The problem is Sunday fangirls and fanboys can't do that. They can't do that. So what that means is they don't mind listening to Sunday yap for 10 hours, even if he's saying bullshit, because they love him. Okay, I think that Sunday as a character had so much potential, but he just ended up being what a 14-year-old girl thinks a character with depth is. Or like, if she had to write a fan fiction of a male character she likes that happens to be a villain or an anti-hero, that's what Sunday would be. He seems like a very deep lake, but as soon as you step foot in it, you realize how shallow it is. Nothing made, like, what did he want to do, bro? He wanted to give vacations for everyone. Like that's it. That was his motivation. What the fuck are we talking about here, man? And how many times did he fucking talk about that dumbass bird in a cage story? Like, seriously, how many times? You could have, like, the Joker has more depth. The Joker from Batman has more depth, and the guy barely talks. Because you know what he wants to do. It's very clear. He wants to fuck with people, and he wants Batman to break. That's it. What the fuck did Sunday want to do, bro? He had problems with his religion. He had problems with Penacony. He had problems with the family. He had problems with us. Hell, he had problems with his sister. Bro, honestly, man, I was so disappointed. And the boss battles. Aventurine was hard. He was challenging. He was cool. These dumbass fucking casual players that can't even make one comp struggled so much. Not only did he get nerfed, but every boss that followed in Penacony was so fucking nerfed, dude. Was so weak. What's the point, man? What's the point, dude? Penacony was the only chance we had for a deep, non-childlike story like in Genshin Impact, okay? I know that things in that land, like, the stakes are higher. I get that, but come on, like, for the most part, you know what I mean? There's no consequences. It was our first time where it intertwined with Honkai Impact 3rd. But instead of actually getting tragedy, consequences, depth, development, something memorable, to me, it just ended up being a place where there were zero consequences. The ending was like, okay, I mean, whatever, we saved it, I guess. And everyone's joining our party. Sunday caused us all the troubles. He's joining our party, bro. Firefly. Oh, yeah, she died. Oh, no, she didn't, actually. She just got fucking pinched. You don't actually die in dreams. Why did we think she died then? Why did our character act so shocked when she fucking died? It's so stupid. It's so stupid, dude. So Penacony, in my opinion, is mid. There were some good aspects of it, like scenes with Aventurine. Of course, Acheron, I think, carried it. But overall, I just think Penacony was mid. That's my hot take. That's my little rant. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the next planet. I don't have high hopes because the Star Rail team showed me in Penacony that there will not be any consequences in this game. So, you know, one theory I liked was that Himiko was going to die again and Welt has to relive it, which would be really cool, for example, as a tragic tale. I don't see that happening. Not to mention that I've seen a lot of people say that they're not really liking Natlan. You know, it doesn't, there's no feel to it. Like it feels out of place. The characters feel out of place. Like they just released a character that has a fucking pirate hat and she rides a fucking hover bike. Like I don't even know what's going on anymore. Honestly, I don't even know what's going on. Like Zenless Zone Zero is the game that makes the most sense out of all three of them, and it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And like in Fontaine, you had mechanical stuff, you had technology, but it made sense. It fit in Teyvat. And then you go to Natlan and they have DJ sets. It's like, make it make sense. Like what, you're gonna go to Sneznia and they're living in a cyberpunk world? You're gonna go to Kenria and they have sex robots? Like, make it make sense. Where's the consistency, you know? I don't know. I understand there are people who enjoy these games, and I'm not trying to shit on them. Please keep enjoying it. Please have a lot of fun. I'm not ashamed that my channel started out in Genshin. No, I actually take pride in that. But, you know, it's just like, after a while, I'm over it.